process down pat where you're the authority, you build the actual credibility during the time process of letting people know that they can work with you, and then you actually give them the right call to action at the end, nothing else matters. Your competitors don't matter.
Welcome to More Clients, Less Hustle, the podcast where we break barriers, defy labels, and empower busy entrepreneurs like you to soar to new heights. Let's pave the way for more clients, less hustle. I'm your host, Caroline Ballista.
Welcome back to the podcast. I'm so glad to have you here. This is going to be a game-changing episode. If you want to build new clients, if you want to make more sales, if you want to understand your marketing process better, then this is the podcast for you. And today we're going to talk all about lead generation and a very scary word, funnels. Now, if you don't know anything about funnels and you think that it's quite scary to understand it, stick around because I'm going to make it really easy and it's very important. If you feel like you already know enough about funnels, keep listening because I'm going to teach you some things that maybe you haven't considered in the past. So if you're sick of a lack of clients, I'm going to teach you some things that is going to make a difference. We're going to be talking about, at the end of this episode, some things that are changing in this podcast. I've realized I need to make some changes, and that's based on the feedback I'm getting from my amazing audience that I'm building and the fact that I want this to become the podcast that you come to listen to. So I'm going to explain more at the end of what's going to be going forward with my guests. If you want to know how to get more leads, because it's a numbers game, if you want clients, it's a numbers game. If you want customers or clients, it's a numbers game. You need to get more people into the top of your funnel to get people out the end. So we're going to talk more about why it is so important to understand this funnel properly and understand the different processes. We're going to teach you things that are going to leverage your knowledge and it's going to skyrocket your success. I want to start with the analogy of fishing. I'm not a fishing person. I had a boyfriend once that was like this mad, keen fishing man. So I probably know a bit more than I even want to know about fishing. Some people love it. That's great. Not for me. And if you think about fishing, you need to have the right type of bait for that fish. Now, different fish need different bait, but also you need to be fishing in the right spot. So if you're in a lake or if you're in the sea, you're going to get different fish. The same thing goes for your marketing. If you are not thinking about this, you're never going to get the client that you want because you're trying to get them at the wrong time with the wrong bait. So you really, really need to understand the funnel. If you know how to tailor your approach, it can make the difference between effective marketing and just falling flat. The amount of clients I've got that come to me and that they might be, some of them have got a lot of people that are engaged and they've got a lot of people on the email list, but they're still not making the sales. That's because they're not understanding this part of the funnel. So I want to teach it to you today. And this is something that's going to go forward in all of my episodes coming forward as well. So the buying process can be broken down into 3 different sections: awareness, consideration, and decision. It's very important that you understand each of these stages because it needs a different strategy for each part. So we're going to talk about awareness first. It's really important in the awareness stage that you are being seen as the authority. People need to know, if they're going to come to you, that they need to know that you're actually going to be as skilled enough to help them. When you go to a dentist, you want to know that that person has got a dental license in the first place. And if you're anything like me, because I've had a lot of work on my teeth, you would want to know that they're actually really highly skilled because you'd want things done to be done really well. And when you're trying to find someone as a client who has a serious pain point, that person is more likely wanting to work with someone that's more skilled. If it's a little thing, let's say someone's trying to buy a new cheese grater, you might go, okay, I'm just looking for one of those $3 cheese graters. You're just going to go, hey, where's the cheapest cheese grater? I'm just going to grab the one from the supermarket because mine broke, or I'm just going to grab one from IKEA. You're not needing the best one. However, if you have this most amazing piece of Parmesan cheese and you're this chef that loves to cook these amazing meals and you want to have this perfect Parmesan grated on your sandwich or whatever you're making, then you're probably going to go out and buy what I have of one of these $70 graters. That's like my specialized one. I've got one of my cheap ones for some things, and then I've got my really nice expensive ones for other things. The same goes when people are looking for services. If you are offering a service that is a very particular service to help a very particular pain point, People want to know that you're an expert in it. And it makes a big difference. It's like my knowledge of over 20 years in marketing is going to give me a much higher perceived value because I know a lot more in the industry than some marketing person that's been around for 1 or 2 years. So that's really important. You need to be seen as the authority. I talk about this a lot. I have got my new Facebook group, especially around collaborations, because the power of collaborations just blows everything out of the water. I do videos about that. I talk about that a lot. Creating collaborations can put you in a situation where you are seen as the expert much quicker. You get in front of the right people, you network, you build this network of people that builds you up as well. So collaborations are really, really powerful. If you want to join my group, it is Empowered Women Collaborate over on Facebook, and we talk about collaborations there and about lead generation in general. But if these people do not understand their problem, they need to know it's awareness. They need to understand their problem. They might not even be aware of the actual problem. So that's your job to teach that to them. Your goal here is to attract their attention and educate them. So that's how we do it. We attract their attention with our authority, with our expertise, and then we show them what the problem is and educate them on that problem. So you might do blog posts, you might do social media updates, you might do infographics, you might do videos, you might do different sort of networking and different sorts of groups with these people that have got these pain points. It's got to focus on their problem, and you've got to offer valuable insights to people. The next stage is consideration. This is when people start thinking, hang on, now I know I've got the problem, who can help me with this problem? They're considering lots of different parts about this as well. This is when you start to introduce things about your solution. So you'll give the case studies, you'll give webinars with more details, you'll give guides, you'll give comparison articles, you'll give newsletters, and there'll be all sorts of different ways, and video, of course. You can use video across all of this as well. And then the last stage is the decision stage. This is where they're deciding on which one to go with. Okay, I've got the problem. I've seen all the different people that can help me with the problem, but now I need to decide which person's going to actually help me. At this stage, you want to be giving actual customer testimonials. You want to give trials, demos, and special offers. And this is about providing that final push to let them know that you're the best person for this. This is where I talk a lot about particular types of content. It can be put into an email, it can be put into a blog post, it can be put into a Instagram post or a Facebook post, or it can be put onto a video, but really particular. Are you X person looking for X result? I can help you get this result in X amount of days. And I've got different versions of it, but that's just an example of part of it. And you can get really specific, and then you want to end up with taking action, not just going and looking for me. Go and find me on the internet. No. Even link in bio, you've got to be really careful. Having a link in bio for Instagram and then having 14 different things on your link tree is going to be really confusing. So make sure that link's right at the top, or best of all, just say comment the word blah blah, or comment the DM the word blah blah. And then what you want to have that is on an autoresponder. That's what I talk about in my Be Fully Booked program. That's what I set up for you in my program, is I will set you up an autoresponder where when they type that word, they'll get an automatic message, and then the automation process starts, and then you can jump in along the way. So that's a really, really powerful way to do it. Okay, I'm just jumping in here. I just want to invite you to join my Facebook group, Empowered Women Collaborate. I have created over $1 million in sales just from collaborations, and it has made a huge difference to my business. It's also brought me in so many new leads. It's brought me in so many different types of new business, so many different opportunities. And I love collaborations. In my Facebook group, I'm going to teach you how to collaborate, but I'm also going to teach you about lead generation in general, because even if you're collaborating, you're still needing to do your lead generation. And I'm all about automation. So I'm going to teach you so much about automation as well, because all of these processes, no matter what you're doing when it comes to if you're collaborating or doing your own ads or doing your own social media posts. Everything needs some sort of automation as well. So I teach all of that as well in the group. Come and join, completely free. Empowered Women Collaborate on Facebook, and it's free to join the group. And I've got so much great stuff in there to show you. I do free workshops as well. I'd love to see you in there. Now let's get back to the episode. Okay, now that we understand each of the different stages, I want to talk about how you can create content specifically for each of those stages. Like I said, in the awareness stage, you really need to have content that's focused around authority. You want to showcase your expertise. You want to tell engaging stories, educational content. You want to address common pain points as well. For the consideration stage, you should be more in depth and you should be asking them to download content. Join my masterclass, download this guide, highlight the benefits of your solutions. And in the last stage, you want to, this is decision making, you want to have calls to action that are really clear and taking away any friction. So it might be, these are the objections and this is why not to worry about these objections, and buy here, or here's a special offer for today only. I've got 2 new spaces and sign up here to work with me. So that was a really broad idea of what funnels are all about and understanding the different stages. I wonder what you got out of that. If you're here on YouTube, then please leave a comment underneath. I'd love to know what you have taken away from that and what you understand to be the most important part in your business that maybe you're not doing yourself in your business now. Maybe one part of that is actually a little bit broken, not working as well as it should be. And maybe you're realizing like, hey, hang on a second, maybe I could do that better. What I want to do in the episodes moving forward is that every guest that I have, I want to specifically let you know what part of the funnel we're going to be talking about. Sometimes we'll be talking about all parts of the funnel. Sometimes we'll be talking about one part. Sometimes we'll be talking about the start of the funnel, and then we'll be talking about the bottom of the funnel, and we might be mixing it up. But the idea behind this is what I want to do is have you thinking all the time about what you could be doing better in your own business and how this can be implemented into your own business. Sometimes you're in a situation where you've got enough leads coming into your business. So the actual lead generation, maybe you've got enough authority. I've got one of my clients, she gets so much PR around her business. She's in the space for hypnotherapy, and she gets so much free PR because she is so fantastic at what she does. And she gets so many leads coming in. So for her, lead generation is not a problem. But maybe in her situation, stage 2 is a problem or stage 3 is a problem. So you've got to think in your own business, am I getting enough leads coming into the top? What's happening after that? How many leads are coming out the bottom? How many people are turning into clients? So understanding the different process of how you bring people into your funnel, how they actually get to know you in that funnel, and then how they get to trust you to buy from you. So know, like, and trust is very, very important in the funnel process. So moving forward, each of our episodes, we're really going to hone in on the funnel and where that stage is. So we might be talking about AI, and I'm going to talk about the different parts of the funnel. We might be talking about accounting. Maybe we're talking about some accounting software. What part of the funnel is that important in? Probably it's in the bottom of the funnel where you've actually got clients, but I want to really address the different parts for you because the power in understanding where you are in your lead generation process and where you can actually do better is a very, very powerful part. I see a lot of people worrying about what other people are doing on the internet. And I've got a lot of people coming to me saying, oh, my competitor is doing so much better than me. And I say, how do you know that? And they say, look at all the people on their Instagram. Well, first of all, I can tell you, so many people have got fake followers on Instagram. It is unbelievable. And there's some so-called big marketing influencers that I see in this space that technically should be my competitors because they're like, the way they talk about themselves, they make out as if they're making millions and millions of dollars. And they make out as if they've got like this massive, massive business that sounds crazy, crazy, crazy. But when you actually break down what they're actually doing and you start seeing what I can see, I know that a lot of these people are not actually making the money that they're making. It's the fake it till you make it mentality. They come in from nowhere a couple of years ago and they've been doing this, trying to make some extra money. So I'm not worried. Stop worrying about your competitors, because your competitors are not your problem. Your problem is your own process and making sure you fine tune your process. If you can get your process down pat where you're the authority, you build the actual credibility during the time process of letting people know that they can work with you, and then you actually give them the right call to action at the end, nothing else matters. Your competitors don't matter. You want to stand out from everyone else and make yourself so unique that it doesn't matter what other people are doing, that you are actually the expert that they need to work with. There's enough clients out there for everyone that you can actually get enough clients to run your beautiful business the way you want to run it, with enough clients, if you just concentrate on parts of the funnel. So to wrap things up, understanding where the person is in your funnel allows you to tailor your marketing strategy to meet their needs effectively. By creating the right content for each stage of your funnel, not only attracts the right clients, but it also increases your chances of converting them into a client. So remember, the key to successful marketing is delivering the right message at the right time. So please leave any comments below that you might have. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to helping you in your journey. And until next time, enjoy your lead generation. Thank you for tuning in to the More Clients, Less Hustle podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave a review. If you have any questions or topics that you'd like me to cover, feel free to reach out. Until next time, keep marketing yourself and watch your business grow.